Turning 30 is an exciting milestone because by now you've likely built a career, increased your income, and started thinking seriously about your future. But it's also the decade where financial mistakes become far more expensive than they were in your 20s. Many people believe that once they reach their 30s, earning a higher salary will automatically solve their financial problems. But the reality is that countless professionals with impressive incomes are still living paycheck to paycheck because their habits never changed. The truth is that your 30s are the years when your financial decisions begin creating long-term consequences, meaning every smart choice has the potential to build wealth while every bad decision becomes much harder and more expensive to fix later. Today we're going to explore the biggest financial mistakes people make in their 30s, explain why these mistakes quietly destroy wealth, and show you how avoiding them can completely transform your financial future. The first mistake is allowing lifestyle inflation to consume every salary increase because by your 30s you've probably received promotions, raises, or better job opportunities, but instead of investing that extra income, many people immediately upgrade their entire lifestyle. A larger house, a newer luxury car, expensive vacations, premium subscriptions, designer furniture, and countless monthly expenses slowly replace what could have become investments worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future. The problem isn't enjoying your success because you've worked hard to reach this stage of life. The problem is allowing every raise to create permanent expenses instead of permanent wealth. The wealthiest people increase their investments before increasing their lifestyle because they understand that today's extra income can become tomorrow's financial freedom if it's given the opportunity to grow. The second mistake is delaying retirement investing because many people in their 30s still believe they have plenty of time, promising themselves they'll start saving seriously once they receive their next promotion or earn a little more money. Unfortunately, every year spent waiting means losing another year of compound growth, and those lost years can easily cost hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time retirement finally arrives. Your 30s are one of the last decades where compound interest can still work dramatically in your favor, making this the perfect time to consistently invest instead of relying entirely on future salary increases. The third mistake is carrying unnecessary debt into your 30s because credit card balances, personal loans, expensive car payments, and consumer financing quietly steal a large portion of your monthly income before you even have the chance to save or invest. Many people earn excellent salaries yet remain financially stressed simply because too much of their paycheck goes toward paying for purchases they made years earlier instead of building assets for their future. The fourth mistake is buying a home that stretches your finances to the limit because many families purchase the biggest house a bank says they can afford rather than the house that comfortably fits within their long-term financial goals. A beautiful home can quickly become a financial burden if most of your income is consumed by mortgage payments, property taxes, maintenance, insurance, and repairs, leaving very little money available for investing or building wealth. Owning a home should strengthen your financial position rather than weaken it, which is why buying below your maximum budget often creates much greater financial freedom in the years ahead. The fifth mistake is depending entirely on one source of income because even successful careers are never completely guaranteed, and layoffs, economic downturns, or unexpected health problems can change everything far more quickly than most people expect. Your 30s are the ideal time to begin building additional income through investing, rental properties, freelance work, online businesses, dividend-paying stocks, or other assets that reduce your dependence on a single paycheck. Having multiple income streams doesn't just increase your earnings, it also creates peace of mind, because your financial future is no longer controlled by one employer or one monthly paycheck. Many financially successful people don't become wealthy because they earn dramatically. More than everyone else, they become wealthy because they gradually build several income sources that continue growing alongside their primary career. The sixth mistake is failing to build a meaningful emergency fund because by your 30s, your financial responsibilities are usually much greater than they were a decade earlier, with mortgage, children, family obligations, and larger monthly expenses making unexpected emergencies far more expensive. A sudden job loss, major medical expense, home repair, or economic downturn can quickly destroy years of financial progress if you don't have enough savings to protect yourself, forcing many families into unnecessary debt during moments when they should be focusing on recovery instead. Financial experts often recommend keeping at least 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses in an emergency fund, not because emergencies happen every day, but because when they do happen, they usually arrive without warning and demand immediate attention. The seventh mistake is neglecting insurance and financial protection because many people focus entirely on growing their wealth while ignoring the risks. That could wipe out years of hard work in a single unexpected event. Health insurance, life insurance for families, disability coverage, and proper estate planning may not feel exciting, but they provide the financial protection that prevents one crisis from becoming a lifetime of financial hardship. The eighth mistake is ignoring financial education because earning more money doesn't automatically make someone better at managing it, and many professionals spend years developing career skills while never learning how investing, taxes, inflation, or long-term wealth building actually work. The wealthiest individuals continue learning throughout their lives because they understand that every financial book they read, every investing principle they master, and every mistake they avoid improves the quality of every money decision they'll make for decades to come. Another costly mistake people make during their 30s is focusing entirely on increasing their income while completely ignoring their spending habits. Because no salary is ever large enough if every raise immediately disappears into bigger monthly expenses. Financial freedom isn't created by earning more alone, it's created by increasing the gap between what you earn and what you spend, allowing that difference to be invested consistently until your assets begin producing income on their own. The ninth mistake is delaying serious investing because many people convince themselves they'll begin after paying off every loan, buying a larger house, or reaching a certain salary, but those excuses often continue for years while valuable time quietly disappears. Compound growth is incredibly powerful, but it depends on time more than almost anything else, which means every year you wait makes it significantly harder for your investments to reach their full potential by retirement. Even small monthly investments made consistently throughout your 30s can grow into substantial wealth over the following decades, proving that consistency is often far more important than investing large amounts occasionally. The 10th and perhaps most dangerous mistake is defining success by appearances instead of financial freedom, because many people in their 30s feel enormous pressure to own luxury cars, expensive homes, designer brands, and impressive lifestyles simply because they believe that's what successful adults are supposed to have. In reality, many people who appear wealthy are carrying enormous debt behind the scenes, while truly wealthy individuals often live well below their means, quietly investing the difference and allowing their assets to grow year after year. Real financial success isn't measured by the size of your house or the brand of your car, it's measured by your ability to handle emergencies without panic, retire comfortably, support your family, and make life decisions without constantly worrying about money. Imagine reaching your 40s with little debt, a growing investment portfolio, multiple income streams, strong financial habits, and the confidence that comes from knowing your money is working for you every single day instead of depending entirely on your next paycheck. Now imagine reaching the same age with no savings, increasing debt, expensive monthly payments, and years of missed investing opportunities simply because you believed there would always be more time to fix your finances later. The difference between those two futures isn't determined by luck or intelligence, it's determined by the financial decisions you make throughout your 30s. Because this decade has the power to either accelerate your wealth or quietly delay it for years. Remember, your 30s aren't just about earning more money, they're about turning that income into long-term financial security, building assets instead of liabilities, and creating a future where work becomes a choice instead of a necessity. If you found today's video valuable, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because every week we share practical financial strategies that help ordinary people avoid costly mistakes and build lasting wealth, one smart decision at a time.